I want to start with USC. Let's start with USC since
Great
we
topic.
got USC great Su'a Cravens with us. So I thought that was, first of all, that's the best win for Lincoln Riley since he's been at USC. I thought they played really well, particularly on defense, despite the injuries. 2 offensive linemen. Waymo was out, and they found a way to win with King Miller just chewing up yardage. I mean, what was the biggest surprise, biggest takeaway for you from that USC game?
I'm surprised. Again, Justice Haynes got hurt late in the second quarter. So I will put that out there. And USC fans got all mad at me because they're like, that wouldn't have changed anything. Like, all right, come on now. Like, he's the number 1 running back in college football. If he plays all 4 quarters, the game might have been different. But nonetheless, my biggest surprise was how the front 7 played, because I didn't expect Michigan to throw the ball with Bryce Underwood. So I know he's the 5-star, $10 million guy.
Yes, he is.
You pay the money. You want to see what he can do. He's only thrown 2 touchdowns up until Saturday. So I expected a heavy workload for Justice. Didn't think USC was going to be able to balance and get knocked back at the line of scrimmage. They did. All 4 quarters, there was 1 bad drive. Every other drive, it felt like USC was in control. Not one point of the game did I feel like USC was going to lose the game. And that's a convincing win against a top 15 team.
Very convincing win. And by the way, the Coliseum was rocking like it hasn't rocked in a while.
A real sold-out crowd.
That was really sold out.
And it wasn't 50-50.
Yeah, take that, Sharon Moore.
No.
Yeah. What, too much dip on the chip, dog.
What would you say, 70?
70-30?
70-30.
And just to not look like we're being homers, I will say 65-35.
Okay, there you go.
Nonetheless.
Let me explain why I said take that, Sharon Moore, because last week he said that, it's only a sold-out crowd because Michigan fans will show up.
Right.
With them, they're Michigan men in their glasses. I was on the train home after the game because I was doing the game for ESPN National Radio, and I swear that the only people starting fights on that train was Michigan men. There are so quote unquote Michigan men and their proud traditions were starting fights on my train right around me. So chill out, guys.
Yeah, chill out is right.
A man in blue, though.
The honorable men.
The honorable men in blue were starting fights.
I'm a Michigan man.
Yeah, with their
Michigan man.
Yeah,
wow,
anyway.
Sound like the Michigan man is a sore loser.
Exactly.
Yes, me.
Michigan man got a little upset Saturday.
Little
That's
BTA.
okay.
And
That's okay.
with Bryce Underwood, too, I think it's a warning of how much money you're going to pay these guys. And, yeah, like you said, he only had 2 touchdowns going into yesterday's game. It's like, that's a lot of money to tie up in a guy you don't really know if he's going to produce on a high level, right?
Although he is 18. Like, he's a true 18, so I think he's got a chance to get better. But that is a ton of money to throw at a guy.
I started as a true freshman at USC when I was 18. I didn't get $10 million. I'm a little salty.
What would you have gotten?
I think
You'd have gotten
realistically, though, because I'm a defender.
Yeah.
Maybe like $500,000. They're not paying
Can you
defenders.
believe that?
They're not paying defenders.
$500,000.
Well, even that in 2013. Oh, give me $50,000, and I'll do whatever you need me to do.
Well, that story is especially weird because Larry Ellison, who's like a big, billionaire guy, his wife is a Michigan alum, and she said, "Honey, please, can you get a quarterback for our program?"
I'll donate.
He went out and donated and got Bryce Underwood.
Whatever you want, babe.
Exactly.
Let's call up George Lucas, see if he can donate a bunch of money to get the next big guy to come to USC, right? Because he's building that big building next door.
Yeah, Jorge, what's up?
Although it does sound like USC's got this NIL thing cooking now. And by the way, my biggest concern all along this year was if it's not a good year for whatever reason, do they hold next year's recruiting class together? And I think they're playing very well. I think they've got a shot at the college football playoff this year. That class does hold together for next year.
I think it does. I think we need to put contingency plans on the money we are giving these recruits, because if you do want to flip or you do want to go, just give me my money back. Because a lot of these colleges now are putting recruits on payment plans now while they're in high school to hold their commitment. I can tell you right now, there's a few schools right now that are paying quarterbacks, 5-star quarterbacks, hey, you're not going to start your freshman year, but I'm going to add an extra 50 G's on top of your NIL, so you're okay with not starting your freshman year, red shirt, and then the ship is yours once you get here. But you have to keep a commitment.
God, what a crazy world
it's crazy.
College football is now. It's unbelievable. Tell me about King Miller. Walk on. I think he's first walk-on to score a touchdown for USC in years and years. I got the number somewhere, but he had just a monster day. 49 yards, 47 yards, 2 runs, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns in that game. Where did he come from? How do you wind up on the field? Obviously, a couple of injuries, but what do you know about King Miller?
King Miller is the Rico Dowdle of college football. Like, unexpected, unsung hero who produced already. He showed you what he could do in the first few games. I think the first time he touched the ball against Missouri State, it went for 60, and he touched like 22 miles per hour. And we're like, who is this guy? He's not on scholarship. He runs 22 miles per hour. Like, he could be on scholarship anywhere else right now. He wants to be a Trojan, and this guy he's a blazer. He can catch out the backfield, and clearly mentally tough because he was the next man up attitude. It wasn't the first string running back that got it done. Waymo gets hurt. He's out for a month. Wasn't the second string running back, Eli Sanders. He hurt I believe his knee. We're still waiting on his diagnosis. Third string running back. You step up and you go ahead and drop 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, this is ridiculous. And he didn't look like a freshman.
No.
He looked patient.
Yeah.
He looked like he knew what he was doing. The ball was high and tight, and the offense didn't change at all. Very impressed with him.
Even that fourth guy. The guy that was inactive starting the week. No, is it Jackson?
He ran up to the locker room and changed.
Yeah.
Had to get cleared.
There was supposedly turf toe, and he couldn't play. He was on the inactive list. Then Waymo went out.
Jackson.
Oh, Jackson. Yeah, and obviously they had to figure out a way to get another running back on the field, and that was Jackson. And he scored a touchdown, the one that salted it away.
That's kind of a flex. Like, you show up to the game in street clothes. You're like, nah, I'm chilling today.
And walk out scoring the game-winning touchdown.
And you're like Batman. They flash the signal. Oh, y'all need a touchdown? I guess I should go grab my helmet.
Yeah.
You come back and...
Sorry, USC could have put up 40 on Saturday.
Yeah, they could have.
Because they had 2 red zone turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
They were dominating that physical, again, Michigan men defense that everyone was vaunting before going. I thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. And now through 6 games, the USC Trojans are the only team in the Big Ten to score 30 or more points in each game. I think that was a good example of them playing big boy Big Ten football. They were
Bully
okay
ball.
They played well in the trenches. And as I mentioned, 2 offensive linemen down in that game and still played really well and ran the ball really well.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to hear any excuses from Michigan faithful saying Justice Haynes was out. I get it. I've acknowledged it. I'm not going to ignore that. That is vital. But USC was missing 2 O-linemen, 2 running backs, and I think 2 linebackers on defense. This was not an 100% USC team, and you guys got bullied.
Yeah.
Start to finish, controlled, punked, and you can thank Coach Moore for the extra motivation he gave USC this week for talking crazy because you got way too much dip on your chip to think that you're going to say the Coliseum's packed because we're coming to town. Y'all lost 6 games last year. What are you talking about? You're not relevant right now.
Right.
The biggest topic about Michigan football right now is the fact you cheated and got away with it. So why are you talking like y'all did something last year? I would understand if this was the Natty year,
right?
And you're reigning champs. It's like, yeah, we selling out the okay, I get it. Y'all won the Natty last year, but y'all were cheeks just like us last year. Yep. So come on now, we got to stay in the now.
Stay in the now is right. By the way, first time USC has beaten a ranked opponent at the Coliseum since November of 2022. Oof. So a big day for USC. Are they in the driver's seat to get to the college football playoffs? We'll talk about that coming up next. The Wallop, Michigan on Saturday at the Coliseum. Are they on course for the college football playoffs, Su'a?
Yeah, technically they're on course.
Technically,
come
they're
on,
on give course. Me more than technically.
I mean, if they went out, yes, they're in the college football playoffs.
Even if they lose one.
It depends who that one they lose to.
I don't know that it does. I've had this conversation with Sedano over and over again. There is not a 2-loss team that is missed from a major conference that has missed the college football playoff. Last year, Alabama got close with 3 losses, but so far, every 2-loss team from the big conferences has made the college football playoff.
I just don't know if – this is why I say it depends who that loss is, because if that loss is to Oregon and you beat Notre Dame, who already has 2 losses, and nobody else on your schedule really is a playoff team, how do you have an elite – or a playoff resume? Because you've lost to the 2 teams you would play in the playoff. And so you're kind of like what Indiana was last year or SMU.
So here's Notre Dame is better than their record.
Yes.
Notre Dame lost to number 2 Miami and number 4 Texas A&M. Yeah. Those are their first 2 games of the year. Mm-hmm. Really tough games. Now they've rattled off through some of their traditional, suspects. They've won 4 in a row. But I think they played two of the best teams in the country and are better than the record. What do you think?
I think Miami is the only real team they've played. Texas A&M, I don't know yet. Because Texas A&M does it all the time. A lot of these SEC teams do it all the time. They get ranked. This is why we need to do away with preseason rankings. Because they mean absolutely nothing. Yeah. And then we use a narrative of, well, this team was ranked top 5 before the season started. So whoever beats them must be good. And then that team that was ranked top 5 actually finished the year with 5 losses. And they had no business being in the top 5. So is that win what it is? Same thing with how Oregon beat Penn State. I don't know how good Oregon is because Penn State isn't good. So that win was impressive weeks ago. It's not impressive now. And you lost to a real team in Indiana. So for USC situation, I don't see a situation where you lose to Oregon with your loss to Illinois and then think that you get in over teams that have quality wins.
I think if their only loss for the rest of the way is to Oregon at Oregon, I think they're in the playoff. If you're telling me they're going to beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame, they're going to win out except for the game at Autzen, I say they're going to the playoff.
I guess it depends on Nebraska.
That would be two losses, one to Illinois, good Illinois team, and one to Oregon, good Oregon team, both on the road.
Is it a good Illinois team now, though?
Better than I thought they were after they got blown out by Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, after they got blown out by Indiana, I was like, oh, they're not that good. But I think they're pretty good. It's still
early. And then
early.
they play the best team in the SEC or they play the best team in the ACC in the playoffs. You know, I don't know if they only have 2 losses that they like what Su'a said, if they are good enough to win a playoff game.
Right. I don't know about that. All I want to do is get to the playoff, right? That would be step one. Winning in the playoff is another step altogether. But if you look at it, at Notre Dame, at Nebraska, home Northwestern, home Iowa, at Oregon, home UCLA, I mean, they got a chance to go 4-1 in that stretch. And if they go 4-1 on top of their 5-1 right now, 9-2, I think is that it? 10-2, I think they go to the playoff.
If Nebraska doesn't lose again, and they get to that matchup, and I think Nebraska has 1 loss right now, maybe 2 losses, 1 loss. That will depend if their resume is good. And obviously, if other teams lose, then all of this doesn't mean anything because USC is going to get in as a 2-loss Big Ten team if everybody else has 2 losses.
Yes.
So nothing else matters at that point. But if there's a circumstance where there's a 1-loss team, at-large team, that has a 1 to 2 impressive wins versus a USC team that doesn't have an impressive win outside of a down Michigan team, I don't think that fares well.
Yeah, I think, by the way, we want Michigan to play really well.
We need them to play well.
We want Illinois to play really well.
Michigan already lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma's not that good. They have a good
Oklahoma
defense.
Lost Texas,
Oklahoma's got torched by Texas, and Texas ain't that good. So, again, our best win technically is against a team who lost to not mediocre, but average SEC team.
Your original point about the college football rankings preseason and through the month of September and October, it only matters once you get to the playoff rankings. The playoff rankings are the only thing that matters. The rest of it, forget. We're number 20? We're number 20.
They're just so ambiguous because there's no real reason why we rank some of these teams the way we rank. I was looking at it today. Notre Dame has 2 losses. They're ranked above an undefeated team now.
It's just guessing.
Illinois lost to the best team in the country and got dropped out of the top 25 altogether. Missouri lost to Alabama, who's number 8, I believe, at the time, or number 6, and only dropped like 2 spots. So I'm like, what? When do losing to the big dogs, it just drops you out of the top 25? And when is it? No, that's a great loss. You're only going to drop you 2 spots.
Right.
It's so wishy-washy.
And there's a randomness to it, and guys are guessing. And by the way, coaches poll,
narrative and bias.
It's like an assistant coach that fills it out. We know all that stuff. The playoff rankings are the only ones that count.
And this is also what people like James Franklin are judged on, because the biggest thing against him, which may be a contribution to why he got fired, was that he rarely beats top 10 teams. I think he only has 4 in his entire tenure, and most of them happened in the beginning. He was there for 12 years and got fired yesterday.
Yeah.
And these top 10 matter. Winning big games matter to places like Penn State, and they don't think that they could do that with James Franklin.
Okay. Let's talk about James Franklin coming up next. I would like to say I think it is the stupidest firing I can remember. Just stupid.
I don't like it either.
We'll do that coming up. Plus, the Brewers manager, Pat Murphy, has got an interesting snack. Have you heard about it?
No.
I'll tell you about it coming up. It's a good one. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. Hey, you and I make